Lagos. Hello, Nigeria. It is such a big pleasure to be in the driving seat of the safety train this beautiful Tuesday afternoon. And what would we be discussing? Let me introduce myself again. My name is Fayo Williams, your safety Amazon. And together, we will be discussing the International Day for the Boy Child 2025 with the theme, Boys Need Support to Grow into Confident, Respectful, and Responsible Young Men. Aha, so it's the day for the boy child today. Very, very frequently we hear a lot about Mother's Day. In March, Mother's Day. In April, it's all about women, it's all about the girl child. But today is your day, dear boy child. And we will be looking at a number of points, that we should talk about, that we should raise. And guess what? Taiwo Barua is in the house. So she may be contributing here or there. We just want to take it, slowly, take it gently, let it sink, and have a beautiful conversation with you, the listeners, so that together we can get to a birthing point on what we need to do to make the boy child more confident, feel supported, and have improved well-being. Isn't that it, Taiwo?
Absolutely, absolutely. Because in this part of the world, we really have a long way to go when it comes to raising the boy child. Apparently, we have paid lesser attention to the boys over the years. Oh, well, you belong to the baby boomers generation.
Oh, yes.
I mean, I probably should be asking you, how did we even get here, raising the group of men that we have, the millennials, the Gen Zs. You can't probably be responsible for the Gen X and the baby boomers, just as you are.
I'm a baby boomer.
Yes, but then how did we get here in raising the boy child?
Honestly, I will not take generational wahala on my head, Taiwo Barua, for today. But I would tell you that even when I was growing up, there was so much focus on the girl child, such that someone you knew disappeared from the kitchen and was not noticed because Taiwo happens to know one of my brothers, And by the time he was going on youth call, he was now asking me, Fayo, what is the formula for Obe? And I told him, Obe, soup, it has no formula.
Oh my God.
I just needed to get even with him because all along is the girls that do the cleaning, do the cooking, all the life skills, the gating, the don't go out beyond this time. All the focus was on the girls. And the boys pretty much did what they wanted to do. So the first time he cooked beans, he was so hungry because he did not know that beans would take so long to cook. Brother of mine, IBI, calling on you today. And I'm going to send you the clip of this so that you can see I got my own back eventually. All those slaving it out in the kitchen, while you were disappearing here and there. So, honestly and truly, we need to look at some points. First is the education and skill development. It does seem as if we have a big problem in our hands right now.
Sure.
Particularly if you look at the population of out-of-school children, the boys are in majority.
And why is that?
The boys are just in majority. Are we saying the girls happen to be a bit more serious when it comes to, academic pursuits? Or are we saying the boys are being allowed to fend for themselves earlier? What exactly is going on? We would like you, the listener, to call in to contribute to this important topic in commemoration of the International Day of the Boy Child. And the number to call is 0809 9120777. You can send a WhatsApp message to that number as well. And in the alternative, you can dial 091 5387 7127. Let's talk about everything that has bearing, that has impact on the well-being of the boy child. But first, we'll take a traffic update.
All right, Lagos. Like I said earlier, the roads are still looking pretty free at this time, so please keep it within the speed limit. For those of you considering the Lagos-Ibadan Expressway pulling out of the island, using the third mainland bridge all the way down to Alakpere, I can tell you for a fact that it's a free movement. Within Mobolaji Johnson, also, you have it looking very, very okay. Yes, Otuba Jobifele, connecting underneath the bridge of Tedola. It is also looking very, very good. So let's keep it that way. You know, someone might be out there wondering, why are we still discussing International Day of the Boy Child? But then, don't complain when the girl's child's day comes, the Mother's Day, the International Women's Day. So as much as we dwell on the female gender, we should also talk about the men also, because it takes both genders, right, to thrive, to build the nation,
Yes.
right? Because we have gotten it wrong for a very long time now, paying more attention to the girl child, leaving the boy child to get away with way too many
things. And let's look at the issue of mental health awareness for boys. You know, the society expects men to man up, don't reveal your weaknesses.
Men don't cry.
Men don't cry. Don't tell anyone you're in trouble and you need support. And that is really so wrong. Because stuff happens, life happens to each one and every one of us. So sometimes the boy child needs to be able to express himself as well. Okay, because bottling up things, we know where it leads to. It leads to damage, honestly, to our psyche, and it makes people do what they're not supposed to do. So for the boy child, I would recommend that we need more safe spaces. We need them to be mentored. They shouldn't believe they know it all, okay? Because a lot of the influences of the West, are creeping in. Thank God we've been able to overcome a bit of that sagging syndrome and using things that almost prisoners used to, go with in developed world and thinking it's fashion. So I think we've overcome that to a large
reasonable extent, yes. Absolutely.
So mental health is key. What is happening in the mind of that boy child? And how is he faring in the society, within the community, and in school? We've heard stories of the boy child being bullied, and some of them virtually losing their lives. So please, we should take this very seriously. And back to education again. Can we do things that would interest the boy child? The boy child has a whole lot of energy. And I see schools that are cooped up concrete jungles now, unlike the kind of fields that we used to have when we were young. And anyone could play cricket, they could play football, they could play hockey. I was in Liberty Stadium under the camp for lawn tennis under Thompson Oniboku in those days. So now people know how old I am, okay? So those were channels, for us to let out energy. Ping pong, table tennis was so popular. You had a table virtually on every street.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. So these are outlets for the boy child to let out their energy.
No, this time they are on devices.
Oh, they are on devices, which is unfortunate, because see what slum chess to school or something. There's this initiative by this Mr. Tunde Onokoya, who he has actually taken children out of the slums through that channel of teaching their minds, being able to play chess and
their
win.
minds.
Okay, so it's not all about devices. I remember being in school and setting up a newspaper, having to write articles, having to get clips, and today it has helped me. Hello, sir. Is that Elder Tewogbade?
Yeah, quite correct.
Good evening, sir. So,
Good evening, man.
What advice do you have for parents who have the boy child? How do we teach them?
Yes. Is that it depends on the parents. let me take myself to be an example.
Mm-hmm.
During our youthful days,
Mm-hmm.
me and my sisters,
Mm-hmm.
we live with our grandma.
Okay.
We are the one to prepare what we are going to eat.
Mm-hmm.
Both the boys and the girls.
You see?
We are together with the grandma.
Mm-hmm.
So that leads me to know much when and during my bachelor days,
You see?
before I got married. I prepare everything for myself, even including amala.
Even you can make amala. There are some men, they cannot boil water. The water will burn. No, the water will burn. There are some men, if they just put water on fire until that water burn, they don't know that the water has boiled. So, Elder Tewagbade, we're very proud of you. Very, very proud of you. Thank you very much, sir. Thanks for the encouraging words. So there we go. That's Elder Tewagbade telling us that in the time he was growing up, it was both boys and girls who needed to be in the kitchen, who needed to learn those life skills, possibly wash their clothes, iron, look after the house, all as a joint effort. So it's not a question of, oh, that's a girl's job. So this brings me to the point of positive masculinity. You know, these days, because you're a boy doesn't mean you have to oppress the female
I was
gender.
actually coming to that.
Okay, let's
we
hear
have a
from
call.
the
Hello.
Hello. Hello.
Hello. Good evening.
Hello.
Good evening.
Yeah. Andrew is my name.
All right, Andrew.
I love this discussion. It's a good one.
Thank you.
It's only that most parents are not chance to listen to this. All right. And the religion you talk about, there was a need, make people to do the right thing, free time. Now, the truth is this. What produced David the monitor after Damusa was all this.
That's
I remember the
Mansa Musa.
Road park of those days. We go to road park, like Casino Cinema, to go and play any type of sport we want to do there. People don't have passion for that any longer.
Wow.
And it's because it's the parents. It's the parents. Boy Scouts, Girl Guides, Boys Brigade, and the likes. I remember the school past governor Pasola used to know these things. But people and principal cop too, if you could remember now, is far away there.
Thank
Principal
you.
cop.
Principal cop among schools.
Yes, principal cop among schools.
Yes.
In Congress, college, training, drama school, they could buy high school.
Yes, so
go
be college and all.
After we done it, it's competition. Akim Olajuwon, they come from, what is it
America.
called? After we did.
Yes,
Yes, before he was not taken to America. He was discovered at Rupert here. At Rupert.
Wow. Wow, thank you so much.
All the parents are not there again. They call are the parents. But to try to take the children, catch them young. It's not only from the school. To where they do leisure, to go and do those things.
All right, then. Thank you so much, Andrew.
Thank you so much. So he is very, very correct.
Yes.
I remember in those days at Liberty Stadium Road, we had Lasko Majek, Laumi Majekodumi, we had Wahide Kun. You know, these are people who were groomed and who won a lot of laurels for the country. And with the kind of energy, the physique that we have as Nigerians, I'm sure a lot more world-class swimmers, shot putters, high jumpers could be groomed if only we paid more attention to these games.
Let's take a detour to some other pressing issues that concerns the boy child as they grow. I really do not know how much of attention your generation paid to the emotional intelligence, the emotions of these boy child. If we're talking about the safety of the society, you know, as it is now, the safety of the girl child lies in the emotions of these boy child.
Yeah.
with the
True,
you
with
know
the
where
way
it
it's
stands
going
now,
now.
with the way
Yeah.
it's going now. And so we really need to pay more attention to the thoughts of these boys, you know, their pairs, the kind of things, you know, what they go through emotionally. We
yeah.
have to allow them speak. Let them bear their minds. If they want to cry, let them cry.
Yeah.
If they want to speak, do not tell them that it is only girls that talk. Let them speak.
We need to learn to listen to
We
the
need
boy
to,
child.
yes.
And we need to help to direct their energy. We need to show them role models. And we need to let them know that because they are men doesn't mean that all those hormones flying around in them is you know, are there for them to oppress or, you know, compromise the female gender. Because for some of them, I don't know whether they think it's rites of passage or something, they feel they must do something
I was
to show
talking
that
to
they are
I was
man.
I was talking to a
Something
young
bad.
I was talking to a young person
Yeah.
who is in his 20s, and he said to me, if I do not own a house, if I do not own a car, I won't settle down with any woman.
That's
And
all
I said, why?
materialism.
And I said, why? He said to me, I don't want any woman to say to me that we worked for it together.
Why not? It's supposed to be a partnership.
That is supposed to be a Gen Z, right?
Oh my gosh.
So
no,
we still
it's
have
supposed
young boys with that kind of mentality.
you know,
How
right
safe
now.
and how sane is our society in
Right.
another 20,
20 years
30,
from now.
50
Oh my
years from
gosh.
now?
So let's quickly go to even the issue of etiquette and social grace. I don't see so much of, you know, young boys opening a door for a young girl or, you know, carrying something for their mother. It's like they're too engrossed in their devices. You know, so these little, you know, etiquettes is slipping away. It's slipping away so rapidly. And in fact, they're challenging the parents by saying, am I supposed to be a slave, you know, for the girl? If
Oh,
I
yeah.
help her to do this
Oh,
or bring
yeah.
her a chair
Oh,
or-
yeah.
You know, and I don't know where they got that idea from, because real men, you know, look after everyone around them. And that's how it's supposed to be. So, Taiwo, do you have the last update as we round up?
All right, let's see. We have something from the control room at this time, and this is from Ebutero. It says it's building up from CMS Bridge and Waterfin Canal due to market activities. Pushing through Ijara Lokwa by NEPA, you have better movement. Akpogwandan is the bridge of Fin Canal. Still looking okay. Ologbu and the Fin Canal. Generally, it is still appreciable within that area.
Thank you very much, Taiwo. So now we need to wrap up on the International Day for the Boy Child by saying we need to teach boys how to interact respectfully in different social settings, whether at home, at work, at school, with gratitude, with punctuality. You know, let them take these core values as part and parcel of them. Right now, we're losing a lot about our culture,
Yes.
about our language.
Yes.
You know, many of them can't speak and they don't have those omoluabi tendencies
Absolutely.
ingrained in them
Absolutely.
anymore. Another thing that boys need to go through now is resilience building and then coping skills, knowing that it may be rough, but there's always, every cloud will have a silver lining.
True.
It's not going to be forever. So that when they face challenges, when they face rejection, they can bounce back. So these are some of the things we really need to teach the boy child. And unfortunately, every good thing, you know, needs to come to an end. So I would just like to thank Rely Supply Limited, who have supported the, you know, the airing of this particular program, Safety Train. If you would like first aid boxes and training, you can dial 081813135156. Till I come your way again, my name remains Fayo Williams and I'm available across social media. And what I'll say to you this beautiful evening is via con Dios, which means go with God. Thank you, Taiwo.
Thank you.